Welcome back everyone. In today's video, I am going to show you guys the best Jhin guide, which includes build, runes, summoner spells, abilities, and counters. And watch the video till the last to gain knowledge on how to play Jhin. So, Jhin, the virtuoso. Jhin plays as a marksman and mage role of League of Legends Wild Rift. Jhin is a ranged champion that deal with physical damage with trap ability and powerful ultimate that can snipe enemy without vision. Jhin is commonly played in Dragon Lane. I rank it as an S tier pick. Jhin will mostly do physical damage and can deal a lot of damage. Based on playstyle, I consider this champion moderately difficult to play. Or in simple terms, Jhin is known as a marksman with insane critical and damage. However, he's a bit tricky, especially with his long reload duration that will bother you if you're still not used to it. And while playing Jhin, always remember Jhin's favorite number is 4. Now, let's look at Jhin, abilities info in order. First, let's look at her ability. First of all, we got passive skill that is Whisper. And then the first skill that is Dancing Grenade. The second skill which is Deadly Flourish. The third skill which is Captive Audience, and the fourth or the ultimate skin which is the Curtain Call. You have known his skill in order, and now let's look at his each skill briefly. Passive skill Whisper. Jhin's hand cannon, Whisper, is a precise instrument designed to deal superior damage. It fires at a fixed rate and carries only 4 shots. Jhin imbues the final bullet with dark magics to critically strike and deal bonus execute damage. Whenever Whisper crits, it inspires Jhin with a burst of movement speed of 3%, 10% plus 0.4% per 1% bonus attack damage for 2s. Let's go to the first ability, which is Dancing Grenade. Jhin launches a magical cartridge at an enemy, each dealing 69 physical damage, 45 plus 40% attack damage plus 60% magic damage, before bouncing to a nearby target that has not yet been hit. It can hit up to 4 targets, gains 35% damage each time it kills. It costs 45 mana and takes 6.5 seconds for cooldown. Again, you can see here Jhin loves number 4, so his grenade only hits 4 targets. Let's go to the second ability, which is Deadly Flourish. Jhin fires a single shot with incredible range. It pierces through minions and monsters, but stops on the first champion hit, dealing 79 physical damage, 50 plus 50% attack damage to it, and 75% of that damage to minions and monsters hit along the way. If the target was recently struck by Jhin's allies, Lotus Traps, or damaged by Jhin within last 4 seconds, they are rooted for 1s and Jhin gains movement speed, as though he had crit them. Its cooldown time is 14 seconds and costs 60 mana. Its third ability is Captive Audience. Jhin places an invisible lotus trap that reveals nearby enemies and blooms when walked over. It slows nearby enemies by 45% before dealing 90 magic damage, 20 plus 120% attack damage plus 100% magic damage, with an explosion of serrated petals. Subsequent hits deal 65% damage. When Jhin kills an enemy champion, a lotus trap will bloom near where they were killed. Its cooldown time is 2 seconds and cost only 35 energy. And if you are being chased by enemies, you can use this trap to slow them up. And the one and only ultimate or fourth ability are Curtain Call. Jhin channels, transforming Whisper into a shoulder-mounted mega cannon. It is able to fire 4 super shots at extreme range that pierce through minions and monsters, but stop on the first champion impacted. Whisper cripples enemies hit, which slows them by 80% for 0.75 seconds and deals execute damage 65 physical damage, 50 plus 25% attack damage, increased by 3% for each 1% health the target is missing. The fourth shot is perfectly crafted, epically powerful, and guaranteed to critically strike. The fourth shot crits for 200% damage. Its cooldown time is 80 seconds and takes 100 mana. This makes Jhin one of the most dangerous AD carry in the whole game. And this is my favorite champion. And again, only 4 bullets. Now, this is the ability order of Jhin. You can screenshot this and check it afterwards. You can use his skill in this order. Or you can use it in your own way. I recommend you to use this. Even I used. So, let's go to runes. The best runes for Jhin in Wild Rift is the Fleet Footwork. For his keystone, you can pick Fleet Footwork. This rune allows Jhin to get additional movement speed, heal, and damage once you've reached 100 stacks. You will gain stack from moving and attacking enemy champions or minions using basic attacks. Next is Triumph. For his domination rune, you can pick Triumph for its 10% additional HP after getting a champion takedown. It also grants him 3% increased damage to enemies with below 35% HP. You can use Brutal, but I don't recommend that. Next is Spirit Walker. As for his resolve, you may want to get Spirit Walker to gain 50 max HP and 20% slow resistance. And the last is Pathfinder. Last but not least, you can pick Pathfinder, which grants him an additional 8% movement speed when Jhin is out of combat, in the brush, jungle, and river. Jhin's spell name is as follows. At first you can choose anyone from this barrier or heal. Barrier grants you 115 to 465 shield, based on level, for 2 seconds. Use barrier after your support has used heal. And heal grants 80 to 360 HP, based on level, and an additional 30% movement speed bonus for 1 second. Your nearby allies will also get the effect. Therefore, heal is usually reserved for one player in the team, like the marksman or the AD carry. But I prefer to heal rather than barrier. And the other spell is Flash. Flash is a spell that works well for any champion. Almost every champion uses this spell to chase down enemies or escaping from them. However, this cooldown for spell is quite long, 150 seconds. What items do I build on Jhin in Wild Rift? This is your question, then here is your answer. This is the recommended build with its full description. Infinity Edge. Since damage and critical strike are his main focus, Infinity Edge is the perfect core item for Jhin. It increases his critical strike damage with plus 60 attack damage and plus 25% critical strike chance. However, this item is rather expensive, so it may take a while to get this item. Boots of Swiftness. For his boots, you can pick Boots of Swiftness as it reduces slow effects by 30%. This cooldown reduction is really useful for Jhin to escape from the enemy's CC. Static Shiv. When it comes to attack speed and critical strike, you can pick Static Shiv. This item also comes in handy to clear the minion wave due to the magic damage it offers. In addition to that, it also increases his movement speed by 5%. It's very useful for Jhin to move faster, either for chasing down an enemy or getting away from enemies. Rapid Fire Cannon. Next, you may want to get the Rapid Fire Cannon. Since Jhin converts his attack speed into critical damage, Rapid Fire Cannon works well for him. Especially it grants him additional basic attack and 50-12 damage, based on level, for his first hit. As for its passive, it increases his movement speed by 5%. Bloodthirster. As the game enters the late game phase, you can start relying on lifesteal in team fights. Now, for the recommended item, you can get Bloodthirster for 3,400 gold. It grants him an additional 15% physical vamp with bonus shield once your lifesteal overheals you. Guardian Angel. To make yourself tankier, you can pick Guardian Angel. This item will provide you with 40 armor and 45 attack damage and the Resurrect passive effect. You can get resurrected with 50% HP and 30% of max mana. However, this item has a 3-minute cooldown. So it'd be better to get it in the later phase of the game. Upgrade Boots of Swiftness. Quicksilver Enchant. For his boots upgrade, you may want to pick Quicksilver Enchant. This item has an active effect that removes all crowd control effects instantly. Perfect for Jhin, who's susceptible to being targeted in team fights. Or you guys can use this builds. Here are some of the builds that you guys may want to use. Let's look at situations of the build. These are other 3 builds you can use. The first item to build should be Infinity Edge, and then second, you will want to complete your Gluttonous Greaves with a Quicksilver Enchant, and to finish up your core item build will be a Rapid Fire Cannon. Best item build versus AD, AP Assassin Champions. The first item to build should be Infinity Edge, Gluttonous Greaves, Rapid Fire Cannon, Phantom Dancer, Death's Dance, Guardian Angel and Quicksilver Enchant. Best item build vs Tank Champions. The first item to build should be Infinity Edge, Gluttonous Greaves, Rapid Fire Cannon, Mortal Reminder, Yaomu's Ghostblade, Guardian Angel, Quicksilver Enchant. So, these were all the runes and builds. Some of the questions that you guys have, and you guys really want to know the answers. What role do I play Jhin? The most popular role to play Jhin is in the Dragon Lane as carry. This is mostly due to the champion being a marksman with physical damage. How good is Jhin in Wild Rift? Jhin is ranked S tier, which we consider the most reliable picks for ranked Q in the Dragon Lane as carry. What champions is Wild Rift Jhin weak against? The best counter picks to use against Jhin will be Draven, Vayne, and Miss Fortune have a good chance to win the matchup. I really hate Vayne. What champions are good with Jhin in Wild Rift? The best champions to use with Jhin based on synergy are Janna, Blitzcrank, and even Alistar are good combos. What champions are strong against Jhin in Wild Rift? Champions that Jhin is strongest against are Ezreal, Ziggs and Varus. In conclusion, League of Legends Wild Rift Jhin counters are Draven, Bane, and Misfortune, which have the best chance of winning Jhin in the lane. You do not want to pick Ezreal or Ziggs as they will most likely lose to Jhin. In terms of synergy, picks like Janna and Blitzcrank are good with Jhin. Now, for combos. Jhin doesn't have any particular combo. You just need to dish out as much damage as you can on your target before using your fourth shot. These are some tips you want to use. Since the damage from his captive audience, which is third ability, can be stacked, sometimes it's a good idea to place those traps in one spot. You can drain your enemy's health quickly if they triggered them. Or place in a place where you think gank will come from. Use skills when you're reloading after using your fourth shot. While your fourth shot grants you higher damage, sometimes you have to pass up this opportunity to follow up with another attack. The reason being, the fourth shot will also give you additional movement speed that you can use to get a better position. That were all the things that I can teach. If you want to see more about this, then comment down below and subscribe to my channel for more of the same content. And I will bring more this type of content. And hope you guys like this and learn something from this. If you have any issues regarding this, then do contact me on Instagram. Or you can contact me on Twitter. Or you may join our Discord and get help from our lovely members. So, this much for today's video. And hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Bye bye, have a nice day.